the pack up against Kolkata Knight Riders at the Eden Gardens today in the battle of table toppers. Rajasthan Royals face the first real threat to their number one position. The star-studded RR batting will face the serious challenge of decoding Sunil Narayan's mystery at the Eden. The Caribbean all-rounder had played a pivotal role in KKR's twin triumphs in 2012 and 2014 under then-skipper Gautam Gambhir, who now is back as the mentor of the team. Ever since joining KKR in 2012, Narayan has sizzled at Eden Gardens with his crafty bowling, proving to be a big threat to opposition batters. After reunion with Gambhir, Narayan has dished out an all-round show, reigniting KKR's title hopes again. A win against RR will hand them the pole position in the 10-team standings ahead of the halfway stage of the season. In such a scenario, the top of the table contest may well boil down to Kolkata's bowling versus Rajasthan's batting. KKR's only weak link could be their skipper Shreyas Iyengar's poor form with the bat. Even though Shreyas remained unbeaten on a run of ball 38 in their 162-run chase against LSG, he looked tentative both against pacers and spinners, and KKR's batting may well get exposed if RR manages to give early breakthroughs. KKR's batting has largely been dependent this season on fireworks by duo Phil Salt and Narayan. Opening the innings together, Salt and Narayan have netted 191 and 161 runs individual at impressive strike rates of nearly 160 and 184 respectively. Andre Russell's blitz at the death has enabled the team to overcome the middle struggle as KKR's Indian batters have not been tested much. In 5 matches so far, the Caribbean veteran has put on 115 runs at almost 213 strike rate. Rinku Singh has had a quiet season with 63 runs from 4 innings, although he has not got much opportunity. If the need arises, team will be expecting more fireworks from him than his 150 strike rate. KKR's IPL record by Mitchell Starc has also shut all the noise to return to his elements, claiming 2 wickets in last over for his 328 against LSG. After initial poor outings with the ball, Starc in the last 2 games has been at his best for the tournament figures of 5 matches, 5 wickets at an economy of 10.11. For RR, the likes of Sanju Samson, Riyan Parag, Shimron Hetmeyer, who all have struck at the rate of more than 155 this season, will be up against the Narayan challenge. Samson and Parag are in their respective 2nd and 3rd position among season's top run getters. From 6 matches so far, Samson has got 264 runs, whereas Parag has 284 to his name, both having a near identical strike rate of little above 155. It remains to be seen if Josh Butler is fit to be included in the playing 11 after missing their last fixture against Punjab Kings. RR have a formidable bowling lineup in Trent Boult, Avesh Khan, Yuzvendra Chahal and Keshav Maharaj. The pace duo of Boult and Avesh have 6 and 5 wickets respectively after 6 games each. Boult has been economical, giving away a mere 7.3 runs per over, whereas Avesh has conceded runs at an economy of 9.04. Chahal, who has been ignored by the Indian national selectors, is making a mark as the most successful bowler in the tournament with 11 wickets from 6 matches. Maharaj in his 2 games this season hasn't allowed the batters any liberties. Kuldeep Sen too has made the most of limited opportunities, taking 4 wickets in 2 matches with 3 for 41 being his best. It remains to be seen if Ravichandran Ashwin is fit for the match. Royals have an attack full of experience and guile that time and again comes away from gamers having controlled each phase of a bowling innings. KKR have a lineup of seemingly endless depth, thanks to the pair of ageless. These are 2 very different teams, but they are similar in how innovative they can be in tactical terms. If enough players on both the sides click, then this contest could be quite a feast for the viewers.
Okay, let's shift focus to the match from last night. Now, this was not a match for bowlers to remember fondly, as a total of 549 runs were scored across 40 overs on a record-setting evening in Bengaluru yesterday, where Sunrisers Hyderabad defeated Royal Challengers Bengaluru by 25 runs for their 4th win, while the home team slumped to its 5th loss in a row. Put into bat by RCB skipper Faf du Plessis, Sunrisers Hyderabad raced to their highest total ever scored in an IPL inning, surpassing the previous record set by them a couple of weeks ago to get to 287 with a loss of just 3 wickets, which stands as the 2nd highest in all men's T20 cricket and included the most sixes in an IPL innings. The hero of the day for Sunrisers Hyderabad was Australian Travis Head, who scored a century in just 39 balls. The fourth fastest in the IPL with 9 fours and 8 sixes. This is Head's second century in T20 cricket in his assault on the RCB bowlers during the power play. But SRH on the road for a record IPL total. Head got to his half century in 20 balls and needed 19 more to get to 3 figures before he was out moments later for 102 of 41. After that superb start, SRH promoted Heinrich Klaasen to number 3, and the poker-faced South African batter clubbed 7 sixes in his 31 ball 67, which helped SRH to 231 when he was dismissed at the end of the 17th over. After that, Abdul Samad joined the fun and hit 37 of just 10 balls as Sunrisers Hyderabad ended up on 287 for 3. Leaving du Plessis' decision to field on a flat wicket at the Chinnaswamy with its small boundaries looking like a bad one. Of the 6 bowlers used by du Plessis, the least expensive was England all-rounder Will Jacks, who conceded 32 in his 3 overs, while his fellow Englishman Reece Topley, he went for 68 runs in 4. New Zealander Lockie Ferguson gave 18 runs in his first over of the season and finished with 2 for 52 from 4. Vijay Kumar Vyashak went for 64 in 4, Yash Dayal 51 in 4, and the 1 over of spin that Mahipal Lomror bowled cost 18 runs. Now, in the face of this massive total, RCB did make a fist of it during the power play as Virat Kohli and du Plessis put on 79 and 6 overs. Kohli sped to 42 of 19 in the power play overs but was dismissed immediately after it. He was bowled by Mayank Markande. That dismissal cued a collapse of 3 wickets for 11 runs as Jacks was run out when du Plessis hit the ball back down the pitch and Jaydev Unadkat got fingertips on it to run out the non-striker. Rajat Patidar also fell to Markande and Saurabh Chauhan was LBW for a golden duck to Pat Cummins. Du Plessis crossed 50 in 23 balls but fell trying to up the tempo, becoming Cummins' second wicket. If the match was kept interesting, it was because of Dinesh Karthik, who made 83 of 35 deliveries, hitting 7 sixes of his own to add to record-setting night on which 38 sixes were struck in all, the joint most for any T20 match alongside Sunrisers' match with Mumbai Indians earlier in the season. In the end, RCB finished on 267 for 7, which is the highest total in a losing cause by any team in T20 cricket. Now, he showed glimpses of what he can do on a cricket pitch a couple of weeks ago for SRH, but the true force of Travis Head was felt in Bengaluru yesterday as Australia's ODI World Cup hero belted a century in only 39 deliveries to be named player of the match after the kind of innings that he played in which several T20 records were broken. This was his second T20 century after his first back in 2015 for Adelaide Strikers in the BPL. And this one stands as the 4th fastest in IPL history. Head's 102 of 41 was the launch pad for SRH to get to 287 for 3. Bettering their own IPL record of 277 for 3 set earlier in the season, the 30-year-old hit 9 fours and 8 sixes and was particularly fierce on RCB's pacers. At one stage, welcoming Lockie Ferguson into the IPL this season with 18 runs off his first over. When he was out for 102 in the 13th over, SRH's score was 165 for 2 and there were visions of 300 plus. This is what he said. He said, the pitch played beautifully after the win. We thought we had to take the license to go. It is not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm pleased with how I struck the ball today. After that superb century, Head was subbed out by SRH, which in his own words allowed him to have a nice little bit of food, a shower, and he said that he put his feet up while watching others bat. Now, looking at that innings and what Head has provided SRH in the power play overs alongside fellow opener Abhishek Sharma, it seems as if the franchise got him as a steal deal at the player auction last December. The Australian, who last played the IPL in 2016 for RCB, was purchased for rupees 6.8 crores after his heroics during the ODI World Cup last year. Head missed the first few matches of Australia's campaign but made an immediate impact when he played his first match against New Zealand, belting a century of 59 balls, and then outshone everyone else on the finals night when he won the trophy for his team with a century against India. 10 days later, Head scored a T20 century against India before he flew home to Australia, and the message was clear. As far as SRH were concerned, they needed Head in their squad. And once Australian captain Pat Cummins was snapped up and then named skipper of the franchise, it became clear that Head would be a major part of Hyderabad's plans. Though he did not play the first match, Head slotted in to open against MI and smashed 62 of 24 balls to help SRH get to a record total of 277 for 3. And now, after a brief lull, he was back to his best against RCB, where that total was eclipsed by SRH. Head now stands at SRH's second highest run getter this season with 235 from 5 innings at a strike rate of 199. And if this kind of form is maintained and SRH keep blasting bowlers inside the power plays, Head could end up being the most pivotal player for the franchise. Now, moving on a podcast for Sky Sports recently, Dinesh Karthik provided insights on how to master power hitting as he plays the finisher's role for his franchise RCB. And since that chat, the 39-year-old has played 2 terrific innings to underline why he remains such a threat in the IPL, even though he said that this could be his final season. Against Mumbai Indians a few days ago, Karthik hit 5 sixes and 9 fours in an unbeaten knock of 53 from 23 balls, while showing a range of innovative shots that flew into the stands. Yesterday, against SRH, with RCB chasing a record total, Karthik outdid that effort with a stunning 83 from 35 deliveries, which included 7 sixes and 5 fours. That innings kept RCB's hopes alive briefly, and even though they ended up losing by 25 runs, Karthik has proved once again that he is arguably the best Indian finisher in the IPL. And to think that RCB kept him down at 6 and sent Saurav Chauhan above him, who was out first ball to Pat Cummins. Karthik, in his 17th IPL season, began slowly, scoring 5 runs off his first 8 balls that he faced. Then moved to 35 in his next 8 with 4 fours and 2 sixes. His 50 came up from 23 balls as Karthik hit his 4th six, and by the time he had started using his crease to manufacture shots all around the ground. Such clean hitting is what RCB need more of from their own batters. But with Glenn Maxwell taking an indefinite break from the IPL and Cameron Green not making the starting 11, the onus falls on the lower middle order bats like Karthik to finish off innings and matches. He's now second on RCB's run charts this season with 266 from 6 innings, striking the ball at over 205. Karthik did not keep wickets in the first 4 matches as Anuj Rawat was given that role, but since he was reinstated as wicketkeeper, he's batted twice and scored 250. Signs then that DK is at his best when stationed behind the stumps with the gloves on. Karthik's run of form has started to create a buzz on social media in regards to whether he should be considered for the T20 World Cup in June, given a superb sudden spike for RCB. It is still not clear who the BCCI selectors will choose for the mega event in North America and the Caribbean, since the only open area for a wicketkeeper to bat is in the middle order. Rishabh Pant has done well on his comeback after 15 months, but there is no other middle order wicketkeeper other than Karthik who's impressed so far in the IPL. Are we then looking at a second remarkable India return for the veteran who first played for the country in 2004? With that, we're going to slip into a short break. When we return, lots more on this sports show, so stay with us.
Building a business in India is an adventure sport. And if you're a woman founder, then it's double the challenge.
I come from a very orthodox Marwari business family where girls don't normally work for other people.
When I started out, pet care was not really an industry.
I come from a family of entrepreneurs, so starting something on my own was a no-brainer.
I started the company as a marketplace for people to go and book private jets.
It has taken many, many years and trying.
As a woman founder, I would say take small steps.
It's been about building a brand and a category from scratch.
Believe in the idea that diversity builds better businesses.
we can't leave women behind all over again.
Welcome back. After being stunned by the Sunrisers Hyderabad, RCB captain Faf du Plessis said it has not been easy as a team. He said, and I quote, "It's tough. We tried quite a few things, a few different things, and they weren't quite working." So it's a sign of confidence in the other group. When your confidence is low, there's nowhere to hide in the game. The game is moving forward and is so fast these days from the batters. So when you are not on top of your game as a bowler, it is hard. Obviously, with 5 bowlers, it's tough on a wicket like that. We are going to keep trying different things. RCB's chances of qualifying for the knockouts are even slim at the moment, because even if they win their remaining 7 games, they still may not qualify. Captain du Plessis also spoke about the need to step back, take a break in a situation like this one. And this is what he said. He said, one thing really important is you need to go away and freshen your mind. It's such a mental game. Sometimes when we have a couple of back-to-back defeats, it feels like your mind is going to explode. It's important to stay away from it and make sure that we do get back to the next challenge, which is obviously a little bit of an uphill task for us at the moment. But when we do get back at the contest, we show full commitment, 100%. Now, before the game began, if you were wondering why Glenn Maxwell was left out, whether he was out due to a thumb injury or did RCB decide to drop him because of his poor form, Maxwell himself has clarified that he went to the leadership group and asked them to try something else. He said, and I quote, "For me personally, it was a pretty easy decision. I went to Faf and the coaches after the last game and said I felt it was probably time we tried someone else. I've been in this situation in the past where you can keep playing and get yourself deeper into a hole. I think now is actually a good time for me to give myself a bit of a mental and physical break, get my body right. If I am required to get in during the tournament, I can hopefully get back into a really solid mental and physical space where I can still have an impact." Now, Maxwell was in good form coming into the IPL, having scored 552 runs at a strike rate of 185.8 in his last 17 T20Is since November. But he couldn't continue that form in this season of the IPL. He scored 32 runs in 6 innings at an average of 5.33. When asked if he wished he'd played one more game, given how flat the wicket was, he said it was not a pitch that was slow or too paced, so it would have been nice to be out there batting. Now, let's take a look at the points table so far. Rajasthan Royals are sitting pretty on top with 5 wins from 6 games. Kolkata Knight Riders are closing in, having won 4 out of their 5 games and have 8 points. CSK have solidified their place in the top 4, winning their 4th game against Mumbai Indians by 20 runs. They have the same number of points as KKR, but KKR have played 1 game less. Then there is Sunrisers Hyderabad, who also have 8 points now with a big win over RCB last night. In the second half of the table, it's 2 teams in the 5th and the 6th position with 6 points, which is LSG and GT, and they won 3 games each, so 6 points for them. And then there is PVKS, MIDC. All these 3 teams, they've played 6 games, they have only won 2, so they have 4 points. And of course, they have negative net run rate, as you can see, so they'd look to improve that in the coming matches, because as things stand, that net run rate is going to be crucial in the final stage of the tournament. Then there is RCB. They continue to have a horror season, 1 win from 7 games. Now let's also take a look at the orange cap race. Virat Kohli extended his lead in the orange cap race after scoring a quick fire 42 of just 20 balls against Sunrisers Hyderabad, while Heinrich Klaasen and Travis Head, they've entered top 10 with the latter scoring a century. Riyan Parag is in the 2nd spot above his captain Sanju Samson, who is in the 3rd position. Mumbai Indians Rohit Sharma entered the race in the 4th place after he smashed 105 of 63 balls against CSK. Last season's orange cap holder Rohit Sharma is in the 4th place, and in the 5th place there is Shubman Gill. The orange cap holder from last season, Shubman Gill, is in the 5th place. Also, purple cap now. Pat Cummins climbed up to the 4th place in the purple cap standings after picking up 3 wickets for Sunrisers Hyderabad against Royal Challengers Bengaluru at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium last night. Yuzvendra Chahal continued to stay on top of the standings after Jasprit Bumrah went wicketless against Chennai Super Kings on Sunday. The Rajasthan Royals bowler has 11 wickets. Bumrah has 10 wickets. CSK's Mustafizur Rahman got 1 wicket in the same match, which got him to the 3rd place. Though he has 10 wickets too, his bowling average is lower to Bumrah. And then there is Pat Cummins in the 4th place and Kagiso Rabada in the 5th place with the same number of wickets. Now, Gujarat Titans have had an up-and-down season so far with 3 wins and as many losses. And their ace spinner, Rashid Khan, is not happy with his performance, but he has been left impressed by Shubman Gill, the captain. Listen in to what he had to say.
He has been great so far since day one. The way he led the team inside and he managing the guys, everyone. I think it's so good to see him. That he's leading from the front. That's something which is more important. The way he has been delivering with the bat, and even though he has a captaincy on his shoulder as well, and he's someone who always try his best to do well, and doesn't matter whatever the condition situation is, he's delivering the best for the team, and I think he has been delivering the best in the captaincy as well. So he's very calm and cool, and helping the guys in a very right way to perform, and which is so pleasing to see. It has been great so far. I think as a team we have done so well so far. Yeah, we lost 3 games, but if you look at those 3 games, we lost it like. Mostly we were there in the game, and at the end I think we just couldn't manage it to get it to our side. But I think overall we have played amazing cricket, and the way we have played in the last couple of years, first year, second year, I think we just kept it on and with the same momentum. So we are so happy with that. 3 wins out of 6, but I think the important part is now the last 8 games. I think we go with more clear mind, and we need to be more smarter as well. So yeah, so far has been great. Happy with that. Well, I think first three games I struggled a little bit, especially coming back after surgery. Wasn't easy to get back to my own rhythm, and I think I'm so happy. The last 2-3 games I have played in how my body was allowing me to go in and enjoy my bowling. I think I was quite happy with that. But if you look, yes, wicket-wise, I'm not quite satisfied, happy with that. But that's how cricket is all about. T20 is all about. Sometimes you just need to play a little role which help the team to win the game. And I think I'm just trying my best to play that little role in if there is any part where I can change the momentum of the game, I try my best. But yeah. Wicket list like 6 wickets out of 6 games, but I will try my best, to get more wickets in the last 8 games.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on Game On. But as we go, the torch for the Paris 2024 Olympics was lit by the sun's rays in a dress rehearsal in ancient Olympiad on Monday ahead of their official ceremony that will mark the final stretch to the Games in France. Goodbye.
Sto pronto.
जानना है